The Joe Rogan Experience.
Gabby Garcia is a science project and a half.
That's crazy.
What is that?
I think has she been beaten?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
How are they going to find a woman who's 240 pounds?
They're not.
She's 240 pounds, jacked. And she's a legit black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
And she's legitimately tough.
I thought I saw the video of her grappling with Mackenzie Dern, and Mackenzie
Mackenzie beat her.
Oh, did she?
I think Mackenzie beat her in a jiu-jitsu match. But
Yeah.
in MMA, I don't think anybody's beating her.
Yeah.
I think Mackenzie either beat her or had a draw, won on an advantage, something like that. But look, it is what it is. That's science. Okay, you're doing some stuff. You're doing some stuff to people that's not. Your body's not supposed to have that in there, lady.
It's not. I'm telling you.
It's interesting because like the Bob Sapp thing, like you get to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, okay, this is when someone just goes for it.
Yeah.
And when Pride, Ensign Inoue was on the podcast, and Ensign's hilarious. He was detailing the contract. He was like, it said in all capital letters, "We will not test you for steroids."
Yeah.
They were like.
That's what Joey would tell me all the time. Joey Villasenor. He's been in my corner for the last couple of fights.
Joey's an excellent fighter.
And he would say that. He said they almost
encouraged you.
Encouraged it. Not almost. They basically did encourage it because they just wanted to see crazy things that like came out of comic books.
Yep.
You know?
They wanted you to be jacked.
Yeah.
They wanted you to be gigantic.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as everybody's doing it, I guess.
I wouldn't want to do that even if I had the choice to do it.
You wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't want to.
Right. I get it. Well, that makes sense. And that's why I think people like you are important for MMA because you're a woman.
Yeah.
You seem like a woman. You behave like a woman. You look like a woman. If someone say, like, that girl's top 10 UFC fighter, you'd be like, what? Mm-hmm. No way. Really? She's so normal. Like, but if you saw Gabby Garcia and that girl's smashing people in Japan, you're like, I fucking believe it.
Yeah,
I gotta get the fuck out of this room before she hulks out and starts to flatten me.
Yeah. No, I feel like it takes the joy. I feel like it would take the joy out of a victory
if you did steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you would become something different. The reality is a woman becomes something different when she starts taking male hormones. Mm-hmm. You just do. You become something different. Your tendons strengthen. Your bone structure changes. Your voice deepens. Mm-hmm. You become much more like a man. I mean, that's when you see transgender women. When a woman rather is a transgender man, she decides she wants to be a man. They start taking testosterone. They get beards. Mm-hmm. They have all sorts of strange things happen down below. And they start having a deeper voice, and they sound like a man.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly what happens to a woman when a woman takes steroids if she's not trying to transition. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're just taking male hormones that make your muscles grow far larger than they're supposed to.
Yeah. I remember watching a movie that they did in Thailand. It's called Beautiful Boxer. Have you seen that one?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's the opposite. He wanted to be a woman. But I think he did it the right way, right? If there's a right way to do it. Because
he started as a man and then became a woman and kept fighting men.
Yes.
And I think that someone should have told her at the time, like, let's just stop fighting. Let's stop fighting. Or this is my take on it. Like,
but she needed to keep fighting so that she could pay for her transitions, right?
Yeah, it's catch-22 if there ever was one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but was an elite fighter until the transition, and then you see the skills start to diminish because there's no more testosterone when she's fighting men. But if she was fighting women, she would have a giant advantage still over women, and I don't think that's right either.
No, I don't think that's fair either.
No one does. Mm-hmm. No one does except transgender people. Transgender people and super progressive activists who have no idea how sports work. It's those are the people that just want inclusiveness and they just want everyone to be okay, and maybe this is the world I'm looking for. I'm looking towards a world where everyone's included. Yeah, good. Have a transgender league. Have a transgender division. No, I'm cool with that. I'll be happily support them. But you're pretending that that's a woman. Mm-hmm. And it's not. It's a male who's transitioning to a woman. You have an XY chromosome. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
I'm 100%. If a woman says, I want to fight a transgender woman, okay. I'm 100%. That's fine. Yeah. But like for leagues to recognize that this is the same thing and like to say, like, how would you feel if all of the UFC's weight classes in the women's division were dominated by transgender women?
I would feel like there were some... I feel like I should not say something.
Right.
I feel like I'm going to get caught up saying something.
Yeah, let me talk for you. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, right? Yeah. You don't have to say anything. And that's how girls feel right now when there's sports being dominated in track and field.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It's not fair.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess for me, I've always been, especially like being a female in a male dominant sport, I guess if I can like to consider myself a feminist, not so much a feminist, but like when I go into the gym, my teammates look at me as a fighter. Like, they don't look at me as a female fighter or anything like that. They look at me as their teammate. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. I appreciate that they treat me as an athlete and all of that good stuff. But I feel like at the end of the day, like, girls need to fight girls and guys need to fight guys. We have different strengths than the guys do, and the guys have different strengths than the girls do. And it's nice for us to have a place so that we can showcase our skills. Yes,
I agree. I think the only problem that I have with that transitioning thing is physical competition. That's it. Physical competition against the gender that you supposedly align with.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do it. But here's what you don't see. You don't see a lot of transgender men who want to fight men. You don't see a lot of women who are taking hormones to become a man who want to fight men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good fucking luck with that, ladies.
Yeah.
Good luck. Stop. This is crazy. Like, this idea that you just magically become a woman or you just magically become a man. It's just not true.
Mm-hmm.
And athletes recognize it and rational people recognize it. But there's so much pushback from progressive people who, it's like, what percentage of the population are we even talking about here? I mean, it's not even 1%. It's a very strange thing that it's taking over the conversation with bathrooms and competition and sports and so many different things. I'm all for inclusiveness and I'm all for being open-minded and letting people do you.
Let
whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself. Be whatever yourself is. I don't know what yourself is. I don't know what you feel, but you can't compete against women. It's that simple. It's really that simple.
It has to be something deeper where they, and to me, I think it goes back to like that a mental block where you need some, like, a false sense of confidence.
Yes.
I feel like.